Hey guys, Luke Clausen here. We've got Dave Brinkerhoff, product manager for Loomis Rods, and they have a bunch of new rods in the IMX Pro line. One of the ones we have here today is the JBR series, an 812 JBR. It comes in a spin and cast model, awesome jerkbait rod. It works for other things, but it's really specifically designed for a jerkbait. Whether it's a full-size jerkbait like this, some of the smaller jerkbaits, this rod really does the job. One thing that I've noticed with the rod is it really helps you work the bait just as well as it keep the fish buttoned, but it's not a fatiguing rod. You get some of the really soft rods, some rods that don't have an action that helps you get that bait to pop. This rod springs back for you, gets that line to pop where you cause that bait to move more side to side. Dave, can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so this rod, actually this blank in particular, is one of the most dynamic actions that we have, and this is where our multi-taper design really helps us out. And with that multi-taper design, we really have 3 different tapers going down this blank, and at the tip it doesn't seem reasonable, but actually the tip itself is actually pretty darn stiff in that first 8 to 10 inches, and what that does is help you really work that bait, but then it softens up past that, so it makes it to where it actually recovers really quickly, and it gives your bait a more erratic action. And then obviously in the midsection, it's much more limber and parabolic into that midsection, which gives you the opportunity to actually keep that fish hooked once you do actually get them to actually hit that bait.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. It definitely is the easiest rod I've used to work a jerkbait on just because of that. Dave's kind of enlightened me why that is, but you pick the rod up for me that likes to fish. I don't build rods. I really can feel that. You throw a jerkbait, you get that thing to really dart and move. It's really easy to do with this rod, and it's a lot more forgiving on your hand and arm when you're doing it too. This rod from top to bottom, from tip to end, has just premium components balanced really well.
Yeah. And another thing on the handle, and you can actually see it a little bit more on this jerkbait rod just because the diameter is a little bit smaller, is this rear grip. It's a contoured rear grip, so you do have a palm swell in there, so you get that extra comfort in there, and actually while working that bait, it's a lot easier on your wrist and easier to get that movement out of that bait when you have a little bit more closure, on that pinky finger as you're gripping that rod. It gives you more movement in your wrist.
Yeah, exactly. And as we said before, this rod comes in an 812 JBR and SYR, or spinning and casting anyway. And you can watch this rod in action actually on the blog that we did here on Lake Mille Lacs. See us catching some fish on it, see how the rod performs, and you can check them out and try one for yourself at tacklewarehouse.com.